here at Mostly Negative Podcast, I don't feel comfortable looking
Without
you in
one.
the eye talking
Without
a Zin in my
I don't
lip.
feel like talking or moving
No.
without nicotine.
Yeah.
I don't
you
feel
go.
like doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, every time I've quit, that was always the biggest thing of why I smoked for so long, was like I knew smoking was bad. I liked the ritual of smoking and stuff, but I knew smoking was so bad. But really the main thing was I was like, why would I quit something that makes literally everything better?
And it gets you outside.
But it's not even, it literally, nicotine makes everything better.
It does.
Everything. There is
Smoking
nothing.
is fun, too.
Yeah, and smoking is cool.
And
it's cool.
Thank you. It is cool.
It's cool as fuck. I don't
Me and
care
my
how
friend, we called them cool sticks.
Dude, I have a fucking, to get in my fucking my gang pretty much. I had to burn you with a cigarette. I
Really?
burn mark on my hand. Yeah, and I would burn people.
Dude, I want one.
Yeah, dude. So cigarettes are cool.
Cigarettes
and you
are
then you
cool.
would smoke cigarettes too, because I would burn you with a cigarette, and then I would force you to smoke cigarettes and drink excessively with
I
me.
remember one time I got extremely mad at Soren because
Burn you?
we were from the hardcore scene. There were always straight edge kids.
Yeah.
And Soren was like one of them. And like one time he like took a cigarette out of my mouth, threw it on the ground, and stomped it. And I was so pissed. But also at the same time,
You're saving
like,
your life.
I
He
think
gave you some longevity
Well, no,
there.
because I think he only did that because I would sometimes do that to people.
But it wasn't cool if someone did it to me.
Yeah, but when they have, well, that's like my personality is like I can dish it.
Yeah,
I can't take it.
You're
Very sensitive, but I
Yeah.
will fucking drill you.
Yeah, but
I will make you cry.
I think like you were are you a middle child?
Yes,
Okay, that's what you remind me
I'm a
of.
sandwich.
Yeah, you're a middle. You have like middle child. Like you
Okay.
you don't
The only male.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's just a reflection, which isn't a bad. I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Like that's not, and I don't think a lot of people say that like they act like they can. Like most people do not respond well to criticism. Like that's not a crazy thing to say. Like nobody likes being insulted.
No.
Like it's easy to say shit.
Hello, your computer has virus.
Hello, chicken ricken. Bomb has been planted. I am on my way. Fatality. You must construct additional pylons. Counter. Headshot.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yo, guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah,
This
what's
is
up?
Mostly Negative. I'm Base Justice, aka Firestorm, aka Monolith, aka
Yeah.
Fogtown, and
Yeah, what's up? I'm Bam. I have 6 M's in my name. I still am just Bam.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I was trying to. I was Fight Milk for a bit.
I like that one.
That was Fight
That was
Milk.
recent-ish, though. I feel like that.
I mean,
was
recent.
that
It's
during,
recent in the spectrum of
Oh, God.
time.
I don't want to. I don't even. Okay.
It's in the past
It's
30
yeah.
years.
God, dude, we're gonna be 40 soon,
Yeah, I know,
dude.
dude.
Not
No,
soon,
but yeah, no, I think I was Fight Milk. I think that was Jonesport era as well. Fight Milk
okay, yeah,
was Fight Milk
You were
because I was also
yeah.
like I think there was like a short stint of like
Dinos.
Dinos.
But that was
Dinos
only during ARC.
That was only ARC.
That was a very
Dot
short time.
G2A.
Oh, wait a second. You guys can join our Discord
Yes.
if you're listening. Come hang out with us and chat with us.
Yeah,
We got
what's
a
up?
chat community, gaming community. We
Yeah,
play
it's
Tekken.
huge.
Yeah, Tekken, Tarkov, whatever.
There's
whatever
channels.
The fuck, mostlynegative.com.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have
go
a
to the
fucking
webpage
IP now.
Fucking click the Discord
Click the
button.
thing. Put your PayPal information in.
Please.
It's definitely
you.
not just a.
Put your social security
key
number
logger.
in. Yeah, thank you. And
And join our botnet today.
But yeah, so middle child.
Yeah.
I've
I've thought like I remember when you were, because I forget what we were saying the other day. I was thinking about that. I was thinking of that in like retrospect. I'm like you have like middle child vibes.
Yeah.
That's what it gives me.
But I do like I will
but
say
I mean, like I
like
said, it doesn't seem rare.
as far as like the criticism against myself goes is like when, and I will tell people this, like I'll be like, one day I'm gonna roast you,
Yeah.
and you're gonna cry, and like this has happened on multiple occasions.
I've pent up.
Like I will tell them like way months ahead of time that one day it will happen.
This eruption of anger
Yeah.
inside of me.
Um,
Yeah, what I think. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know that that's too. Like people assign that to like the like like whatever,
Yeah.
put some title to it. I think that's just being a
I
person.
think I just have hate
Yeah.
within me,
People-
but I
yeah,
don't know what
people-
it is because like I feel like you you're a maniac
Yeah.
in some ways, but then like
Other ways I'm not,
like
yeah.
I feel like we both have our own like types of bullying, but I
Yeah.
feel like you as a maniac, I feel like your perception of my bullying, like I'm a monster.
Yeah.
The way I do it to people, and Phantom Bit, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yours is so, but I also think we've had a long-term relationship, as people.
As
so,
husbands.
Yeah. No, yeah. As husbands.
Do I grind people down slowly and subtly?
I don't even think it is. I think
Yeah.
I don't even know that people pick up on how
I think so.
nasty
Yeah.
you're being.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do
You're right.
instantly. Like
Yeah.
when you're being that way, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like this
Yeah.
is you don't want this version of okay, like this isn't gonna be a fun
It's
time.
usually
for
just
you.
like
well, it's insidious
Yeah.
because you are very like sarcastic normally.
Yeah.
And you
True.
have a very you change your cadence of tone often.
Yeah.
You're all over the place with the way you talk.
Thank you.
So for you to put, you're running around.
Thank you.
No, but so for you, it's I think it takes time for someone to pick up on that.
Right.
When you're doing that, because
Yeah.
it could just be like you just be like, oh, is he just
Yeah.
switching up the way he's talking now, like as for inflection or presentation of what he's saying.
Yeah.
But like for me, like I know instantly when it's like, oh no, he's not. This isn't
Yeah.
a bit. Like he doesn't
isn't
like
a bit.
this.
I think it's like
he's annoyed by what you just did, and he's not gonna drop it. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
drill this into you for the next as long as we're in here.
I feel like this started in like my late teens, but it's like a vibe. Like I'll have to like gather enough like intel on someone, and then like there's like a certain point where like a flip just switches off, and it's like no, like you equal
Now you're-
bad.
yeah, you're
and now like you're my enemy, and
Yeah, and you don't-
Like, I
but
don't
you-
know. Like I
You're
do
like a
feel
pit bull with
yeah,
a little
I'm a
baby.
pit bull. Oh,
You don't
God.
let go.
I was thinking about pit bulls on our way over here. I don't know. I don't want to open that can yet because I'm not ready
But
for
because
the
that is my
death
other
threats.
title.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Pitbull Slayer.
Pitbull Slayer.
Yeah.
That's right.
People think like, oh, like the musician. I'm like, no, like
Yeah.
I want to kill pit bulls.
I hate
the
pit
dog.
bulls.
It's
Yeah.
a stupid breed. No
Yeah.
one should have it.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
But
But no, it is funny though,
I don't
those
know.
things. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's. I think that it's actually a benefit that the way that you are that
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not like outward
Yeah.
because it gives you like the benefit of the doubt. Because sometimes like it can like you don't like outright attack people.
Yeah. So
And
I
they-
can
and some
bring
pe-
it back.
Yeah, so they don't even realize that like you're slowly like chopping at them to like drop, finally drop the hammer eventually.
Yeah.
And like so there's times I feel like I think back to times when we've been in those situations where like I'll make an effort to like diffuse
Yeah.
the situation before it gets
Yeah.
to that point where the other
Yeah.
party doesn't know that like you're not in messing around mode anymore.
Yeah.
Like you're like like fucking winding back to knock this person out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, like let's fucking change the subject here. Like
Yeah.
he's not like you're annoying him.
Seen it live. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, fuck. I mean, I think that just people, being together, like people
Yeah.
recognizing each other's cues and stuff like that. But yeah, I
Their
mean,
cues and their kinks.
and we are
What were
back.
we
with a
talking
minor.
about? Yeah.
I don't remember. We had to do a quick at-home euthanasia of your cat.
Yeah. My cat
Yeah,
just got killed. So.
yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, it had to
sweet.
happen.
Yeah.
So
they do that,
you know. Yeah. What?
at-home
Oh, really?
euthanizing.
Ew.
Yeah, like they come to your house and
Yeah.
put your animal down.
Oh God. Speaking of people being, I always ruin something.
I mean, okay, yeah, let's hear.
No.
No, I was just more on the pet. I always just thought that's funny. Like people who say that they're animal people and they're like, I love my animals so much. And like, it's like, yeah, but like you choose when it's going to, like you go and
Yeah.
you kill it.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not, people are like, I love having an animal is like having a child. I'm like,
Dude, there was
it's
something
not.
with
it's not at all. Like
dogs.
you
Yeah.
you put
Yeah.
the dog, like if it came to, it was like, oh, it's going to be $30,000 of surgery. You'd be like, I'll just put it down. Like,
Yeah.
It's not as, like, I'm not
Yeah.
like, I don't
You
understand
would do
when
that
people
for your child.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's differences. Like when people try and pretend like their love for an animal is the same as the love that a person would have for another person, like it is objectively not.
Yeah.
Like it is okay to say that it is you very much so love your animal.
Yeah.
It's not on the same level as you would have for a child of your own. Like
Yeah.
like those people are just completely detached and fucking morons if they think that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Except Saki.
Except-
Because
that's
he's
not
a human.
That's not a dog.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
toddler.
no dog lives
An old
70
man and a
years.
pug.
He's
Yeah.
like 35. So
Yes. First dog to live to 40.
yeah, he's a fucking ancient. He is a great wolf.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Essentially the same.
Bred into monstrosity.
They can't breathe or walk
Can't
or
breathe.
see.
Yeah, and somehow that's made him stronger.
He's just evolving. He's
Yeah.
the next step. in,
He's a monk, really.
Yeah. He's taking a vow of vision and breathing.
So I think I manifested something
Yeah.
on accident.
Sylvan mind control.
So exactly. So did you hear about that Air Force man that self-immolated?
Self-immolated?
Self-immolated.
What do you like set him? He just went into base and like set himself on fire?
No, he went to he was in DC and he like went outside of some Capitol building and he did it in protest for Palestinians.
Oh.
Right.
He's like just fucking full on ignited himself?
Yes. Yes.
Holy shit.
Had a letter, had a full schizo Reddit account.
Yeah.
And just lit himself
I'm sure there
on
was
fire.
a billion red flags that everyone ignored.
Yes, absolutely.
It's always the
Yeah.
case. People are like, I don't know why this guy went crazy. I'm like, did anybody fucking see him like once before this? Because I could have told you he was going to set himself on fire.
Hey, that guy?
Yeah, like,
by the way.
that guy? Like, we all
Yeah.
know the fucking school shooters. Like,
Well, at
these
least
people,
he-
like,
you
we
know-
know what they look like.
Yeah.
We know how they act. Like, fucking, like, it's not a fucking surprise. Like, I never see those people. And I'm like, oh, really? That guy? That guy fucking made the killdozer? Like, oh, fucking no shit. You know, like, obviously that guy was fucking crafting the killdozer.
The killdozer was cool, though.
That was actually cool.
Did that guy
was-
really hurt anyone? I think some of the cops, which is
Did he?
fucked up. I think so.
I don't know. I just know he made a
Yeah,
killdozer.
he died.
Yeah, he's
Because
dead.
he cemented himself in the killdozer.
How did they even kill him?
I think he ran into something and he
he
got
just-
stuck, and I think maybe he killed himself in there. Yeah, but he couldn't get out. He like
there was
crafted
no.
it
That
so
was
he
it.
couldn't
It
get
was
out.
the kill. It was killdozer
Yeah.
for both
Killdozer.
sides. Yeah.
But speaking of self-immolation, you don't hear about that a lot anymore.
no.
You know, and literally the day before it happened, I don't know if it happened on Monday or Tuesday, but on Sunday, on our way home from the
I set
climbing
myself
gym,
on fire.
we were driving home, and I was like, "Dude, you know what's badass? Self-immolation." I said that on Sunday. I go,
And
"That
Siri
is-
was
that is like-
listening,
yeah.
and they wanted to give you know, a headline
Yeah, so the
you'd like.
CIA
Yeah.
made this guy.
TikTok wanted you to have a cool TikTok to see, so they
Exactly.
helped your algorithm, and they set a guy on fire.
Yeah. So
So you set that guy on
happened.
fire.
I did it. Yeah.
You set him
and I
on
said
fire?
that's crazy.
Self-relation
that's
is a fucking
yeah,
like out of all the ways to do something.
yeah.
I mean,
Like,
if you want to make
that's
a message,
huge, like, the monks did it,
yeah.
and
I mean, they say, at first,
yeah,
it's got to be the worst. Like, there's
most-
got to be the most
yeah.
excruciating pain you've ever experienced.
Yeah.
But depending on how you would do it, like, I'd imagine did he like set him? Was it like gasoline?
probably.
And then
Probably.
so it would be like the worst 30 seconds of your life. And then it would fry. I mean, a 4th degree burn
Yeah.
burns your nerve cells. So like that's why when you
Yeah.
see explosions and stuff, you'll see people like walking around on fire and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Because like they're shell shocked, and then the burns were so severe that it just fried your entire nervous system.
Okay.
And you actually don't even know you're on fire.
Oh shit.
So like you're just walking around like
On fire.
on fire.
Okay.
And you're dying, and the
Jesus
burns are gonna.
Christ.
And you'll probably just die from the burns, because I mean,
Yeah.
a burn, a wound inflicted from a burn is usually too much for a person. I mean,
Okay.
but then really, what they say the worst part about burning, which this guy doesn't have a problem with,
Yeah.
is the recovery.
Okay. Oh, right.
So he did it the
Exactly.
right way.
Yeah.
If you're gonna set yourself entirely on fire, just do it.
Do it
all
right.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
they say because you imagine the itch,
Oh God. Oh no.
the itching alone. Like,
Well,
because
have
I
you
think
ever had an itchy sunburn?
yeah, that's what I'm
Like a
thinking of. Like a
terrible
bad sunburn.
sunburn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even this most recent tattoo I got.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
And I've
God.
never had a tattoo do that to me, but I could not imagine like people
Yeah.
in like ICU burn units and shit. Like,
Yeah.
and then it's the same thing as a tattoo. You can't touch it, but even more because it's
Yeah.
your literal flesh. That if you were to scratch it, it would just slough off.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? Like, I mean, those people are just on morphine
Yeah.
all the time. You're just in a happy
Just
pillow
be-
world.
yeah.
Because you have to there'd be no way you'd go completely insane. You know,
Yeah.
like so. But yeah, I mean, I guess he doesn't experience that. He just
I
got
think
30 seconds.
I think I wouldn't mind dying by fire, and I'm going to say this because I already know how
You're-
I'm going to die.
So you're putting it out there.
I just know how I'm going to die.
In fire, though.
No, not by fire.
It's not gonna be that.
Not by fire. I would rather that.
Dragon fire?
I'm going to be no. I will be crushed to death.
Crush.
Yeah.
Ooh,
be
like in
crushed.
machinery. I'm thinking of those videos
Probably-
where you see the guy like put his arm in the rotary and then like pulls his body through like
Oh
spaghetti.
God. Yeah. Hopefully not that way. That sounds even worse.
Well, I mean,
But
that's gotta be-
probably,
that's
probably
instant.
a car accident. A car
crushed?
accident is not badass.
No, but,
Yeah, but-
you think you get crushed in a car accident? People rarely die in car accidents. Mostly now, you get injured
Yeah.
severely.
Well,
But cars nowadays are
It's just either God told me
Yeah.
or the devil told me.
Someone did.
But it's either going to be that, a car accident, or maybe falling. And I would much rather falling.
I mean, you do climb.
A climb, exactly. But
Yeah, I don't know.
then I don't think drowning would do it for me either. I'm
Drowning?
definitely not drowning, but that's not it.
Drowning wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah.
Drowning, you would just like you'd be
Yeah, here
like
it's
straight
peaceful.
panicked,
Yeah.
and then you just like one freak inhale,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like there's no pain
Yeah.
involved. You would just be well. I guess you can't say that definitively.
Yeah.
Ask a guy who drowned. You know.
Okay.
But you know, yeah, I'd imagine. You know, I've been very close. Like when I went to like for like the schools and so that swimmer
Yeah.
schools. Like I've been very close to blacking out and stuff. And,
Okay.
and have blacked
Did you ever
out.
black out while free diving?
No.
You used to free dive, right?
Yeah, but mostly
Yeah.
it was blacking out. Like we would have like when I was in that training, we would
Yeah.
have like 2 to 3 people be resuscitated daily.
Okay.
Like in the training.
Gotcha.
Like just because we were pushing ourselves that hard.
Yeah.
And people would just like, but those guys were, I mean, the instructors there were like freak human
Monsters.
Like,
Okay.
There's that level of human is like not a normal person.
Okay.
Like that's like when I see, like I saw the fucking, what's his name? Strickland, you know, the Sean Strickland, the fighter.
No.
Okay. Well, he's a pretty outspoken fighter. He's kind of like a Texas boy, but he's supposed to be like all American kind of guy.
Okay.
But he's kind of like a no bullshit. Like he kind of like just says like off the wall shit. Like very tries to be very based, you know. But like,
Okay.
he wouldn't even know what
Based.
that word means. You know,
Okay.
like he's that kind of.
Gotcha.
He's a good fighter, great fighter.
Okay.
But he like recently said that like he could like beat the shit out of Navy SEALs and stuff like that, or like
Yeah.
he could beat up a Navy SEAL and stuff. And like, I'm sure he has more like physical training, like his body, like he knows how to do more in a hand-to-hand combat situation than maybe one of those people. But I don't think those like a normal person doesn't understand like the strain that those people put themselves through. Not even the actual operational side of what they do, which is also wild. Like, cause like they do some fucking, like they're just, SEALs are the scariest group of people on the planet. Like I could not imagine a more terrifying, like I don't understand why other countries, they must just not know.
Yeah.
We should just do advertisements. Like when there's war, they should just send them like a cool little YouTube video of like what a Navy SEAL can do. And they'd be like, all right, we're cool.
Yeah.
You know, like send them that
Yep.
and then send them like a B-22 stealth bomber video. And be like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're
Gotcha.
done.
Yeah.
I'm done. You know, like,
a bunch
I'm
of
not going to do
fucking-
anything bad anymore. Cause like those guys, like we would do like ops with those guys and which was fucking ridiculous why we were even there. Like we would be like safety for them. We're just like, why am I fucking safety for a SEAL team? But yeah, I would have fucking known that Dahmer was chopping people up in his house, you know, like it wouldn't have taken me long to realize that guy's got some weird shit going on, you know, like, like, so I think like, I don't know, like in today's age, like obviously you can't assign blame or anything, but it's like people should just be more cognizant of that stuff. Like, pay attention to the fucking people around you. You know,
Well,
like,
I think he was young, and I guess I mean, you know, he did have a Reddit account that was like super
wild. Was he currently in the Air Force?
Yes. Yes.
So he's working,
and he had a cushy tech job.
Yeah. So,
at a
but I
desk.
mean, so he's working every day with groups
Yes.
of people
Yes.
who would notice.
Yeah.
I would notice if somebody
Yeah.
was being. That
I'm
fucking,
interested to see like what they say.
Fucking nothing.
You know,
they never
nothing.
do. No,
Okay.
when is there ever an investigation of like who was the? Every time you hear they're like, oh look, this person. And it's like, and you look at him, then you look at like who, like you just have to fucking look at these people to be like, yeah, that's a fucking that person has something going on.
This guy might kill himself.
Yeah, like this guy's
Let's
doing.
get this guy some help.
Yeah, like let's fucking ask this person what's up. You know, like fucking like what's going on. Like it's not that hard. Maybe what it is that people aren't comfortable with that sort of stuff. You know, like aren't comfortable with it, like approaching someone like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, what the fuck is going on? But like, I guess if you're, you know, like on an external level, like you're not going to stop somebody in the fucking street.
But like, what about like, I mean, like you can see like some like super depresso people and like they almost like warp it into like their personality where, you know, like,
maybe they just hide it,
like
they
joke
mask
around.
it.
Like I think like maybe the first time I noticed was a friend that I used to have who's alive still. Yeah. We're just not close anymore.
He's dead.
Fuck that guy. He's dead to me. But you know, like I knew he was like depresso.
Yeah.
And
But they mask it.
and then like I realized when he started like saying like very specific shit, but it like took me a while to like actually like catch on. I was like, wait, like, that's not, you're not joking when you say
Yeah,
that.
you're not kidding.
When you're describing like the way that you would,
Yeah.
and the way you've looked up how you could kill
like, this is
yourself.
not a meme anymore.
Yeah, so like masking it like almost in that way where you're just like, because like I used to joke around like, oh well, now I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Yeah, like, yeah. No, I definitely could see it.
Damn, I dropped the milk. Now I'm gonna kill myself. But
Yeah.
maybe it is.
Yeah, I think there is definitely I could see that. I think if the thing that I could see the most slipping through without you knowing it is suicide.
Yeah.
Because it is it's usually like
so
people,
internal.
Yeah, and, well also people who do, usually the people who go through with suicide are like, it's like they're just do it.
Yeah.
There's not, because if you plan suicide, those people are often the times the ones who back out of it.
Right.
So like the ones who make a fucking grand gesture of it and stuff, it's usually the guy who's just like in their house fucking having a bad day. They already are depressed.
Well, that's
and there's a gun next to them.
That's how most like so like at least most like kids who end up doing it, kids
they don't they're not putting
spontaneous.
Yes, there's no planning. There's they're not thinking about the magnitude of what they're doing. They're just like, this sucks.
Fuck it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because if you plan it and you think about it, so like that I could see.
I think this dude was younger.
Yeah.
But I think like as far as like people who like commit like violence, I feel like that's like a lot easier to see.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm more
if
so
they're
thinking.
around other people, it's like, yo, like that dude, like I can
there
see
had to be
you
red
seething.
flags. Yeah, there had to be red.
Yeah.
Like because I remember in fucking when I was younger, just growing up, the kids in school and stuff, you're like, oh, this kid's fucking like, I could name probably fucking 10 kids.
Let me be cool with this kid.
Yeah, who were like, I was like, if that wasn't even on our minds then.
Yeah.
But nowadays, assigning those, having that sort of stuff going on, I'd be like, oh, those kids were like definitely like, if they had access to a gun, he probably would have shot me.
Yeah.
Like I would have been dead. I would have fucking been number one. He would have gunned my ass down. So like, I don't, like maybe I don't know. Like I said, in today's age, like I said, in the past, I could see it more that people just didn't realize that people were capable of that or that could happen. It just wasn't as broadly covered and stuff. But nowadays,
I don't think like people back then knew that how easily like they could do it. Like nowadays, like
nowadays
especially like it gets publicized and it's like, oh, this person did this, and like other people see it and like
I think it should be like a part of like the curriculum.
Yeah.
For kids.
Yeah.
You should have like fucking people curriculum, like how to identify like not fuck the anti-bullying. Who cares? Kids are kids. They're gonna bully each other. That's what kids do. That's what people do. Like we fuck with each other. Like that is fine. Just to be able to tell people to be able to pick up on those things, like, oh shit, like this person's not taking it well, like like or whatever. Like there's signs,
or at least like resources, like for them to be able to like report, like be like, hey, I think this person is suspicious. Yeah, but like of course. Everyone has like freedoms. It can't just be like, well, this guy's got like a shitty vibe, but like there could be like
lock him up.
Lock him up.
Catch him. Get him. Put him in the fucking soft room.
But anyways, I have a few more things.
Yeah.
We can move off of self-immolation. But there was a really good one. Have you heard about the Willy Wonka Experience?
Willy Wonka Experience.
The Willy Wonka Experience.
I have not.
It's been a huge meme throughout these past days, but it's pretty much some people in England like set up like this event like that, like families and
like
could bring their kids
tickets?
to. Yeah,
like
you'd pay to go into this event.
Okay.
And I was like, it was advertised as like this whole like huge Willy Wonka thing. All the images were generated by AI.
So it's just another fucking Project X or whatever. What was that old one? What would we grow up with? Was that Project X? Yeah, the fake party on Bali or whatever the fuck it was. People went to that though, right?
No, that one was crazy.
Like people showed up and there was nothing there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was fucking.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up pictures of. So
the AI.
It was and then there's like this one. Well, let me show you what it looked like. Here's what it actually looked like.
Let's see here.
And then scroll through because there's this one. It's the woman. It's the iconic woman standing at the desk. You see her?
Let's see all. Oh yeah.
Look how defeated she looks. But yeah, I guess it was like this whole scam. But I think people are like picking up that it seems like the whole thing was like created by AI.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best parts of it was they even created a villain who is an evil chocolatier named the Unknown, who lives in the walls.
And this is all like this is an event that they're going to.
Yes, there's like a video of like these kids like oh no, here's the Unknown, and it's like this fucking dude in this mask, and he comes up behind this mirror, and like the kids are crying.
And is this just a fucking like a scam? Like it's just to take money? Like,
I don't. Maybe they just didn't know. Maybe they tried kind of, and were like, oh wait, like we just don't have the ambition to
actually put this together.
But or maybe it was a scam. I don't know. I think the funniest part to me is the Unknown. Is this fucking you just hear him crying like it's like why the fuck? Like first of all, that's scary. Like he lives in the walls.
Yeah, why does he live in the walls?
He lives in the walls.
And it's supposed to.
Yeah,
and that's all. And it was all. Nothing was real.
I mean, it was what you just
that
saw.
Was the actual
that was
thing,
the event.
But the actual like the attraction of it was all AI generated.
That's they think of the whole. Like all the ideas were AI generated, and maybe like they were like, "Hey, how can I set this up?" AI, get some
gymnasium with a fucking
shitty grass, and like, but I just love the Unknown, and I had to let me see if I can find you a picture of the Unknown because he's just incredible.
Just determining what's AI or not. It's not is this cake or not. It's is this AI or not.
Here's the Unknown.
Dude, that's fucking terrifying.
That's what I'm going for Halloween for next year. I'm going as the Unknown. He's now my spirit animal. But I saw a funny tweet that said, "Don't send me your AI generated messages. Just send me the prompt.
Just send me the prompt.
Just send me the prompt."
I mean, AI. I don't know. It's
a good tool.
Yeah, I don't see it. I think, like I said, I've said that before. I think like when people look at it, it's the same way. Like when people are like, "Oh, AI is fucking. It'll make people dumb," and the same. It's the same conversation that the generation above us had when fucking cell phones, when smartphones came out. It's just we're just fucking doing circles like we always do. Like people,
we're not dumber.
No, it's just we're just saying the same.
We're smarter than Gen X.
Yeah,
we're like better, like physically.
We belong.
Like,
everyone is.
Why are we better than Gen X?
Just new is better.
Yeah, but like I feel like we're better than Gen Z too.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They got to get older. We got to give them time.
Wait, who's the Rams quarterback? Is he Gen Z? Because I feel like he's young.
That guy does.
Yeah, and now that he's.
I mean, all
monster.
the kids, they're all fucking kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's the same conversation. I don't think it's any different. It's the same. We've had it before. We'll have it again. Whatever comes out next, which who knows? Fucking, we're
newer ways to like get information faster.
Yes, yeah. It's really not changing anything. It's just another tool to find things. Like, it might make like it's the same thing as like fucking when they're like, oh, fucking spell checks making people not know how to spell. It's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah. Do we need to know how to spell?
You don't need to know how to spell. It's like it's like saying like fucking like I know how to drive manual or I'm better. It's like. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why? There's automatic. Automatic and manual. Automatic is better in every sense. Everyone would want an automatic version of what they're doing. It means it does it for you automatically. Like that's better.
Except an automatic espresso machine. And I'll fight you.
Yeah.
I'll fight you.
I can craft it myself. Yeah. Like so. Like all those that whole conversation. I mean, like I don't get it. I mean, I could definitely see it's going to change things. Right. I think especially in academics. Yeah. Because like it'll just change the way people learn. Like because you like written learning or written tasks and stuff like writing really is just probably going to kind of just die out. Yeah. Like you will still come up with ideas, but you'll use a tool to write for. Why would you write something? Yeah. When you could just put your information down and have it written for you. What would be the purpose of writing it yourself? Yeah. Like if you have the knowledge of doing something, like again, fucking time currency. Yeah. Don't spend the time.
What about like creative writing?
Even that.
Yeah.
Fucking AI, like if you put in the prompts, it can be creative. Yeah. Like it can be very creative, especially it can't generate, it's not going to make something, but if you like, I could very easily see things becoming like Like imagine like a fucking like a producing fucking a movie company or a TV show. Like you don't need an entire writing team.
Yeah.
You just need like 2 creative people who plug their creative ideas into this machine that then takes those ideas and expands upon them the same way that a normal writing team works. Like, are we recording? Yeah. But, because that's what a writing team nowadays, the entire team is not being creative.
Right.
Most of them are pretty much just a fucking human AI. They're just taking inputs and writing stuff down. So it's like, why not just use a machine to do it in a fraction of the time and for free? Like why are we going to pay people to do this shit? Like why would a company like if I had a business like it'd be very hard to find an argument against me. I'd be like, why? Like I'll just fucking I'll choose 2 creative people rather than 20.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like for like logical tasks and like computing and like
I think
sifting through data, I feel like I'm like all for it. I think like in writing and like also art, there's definitely like soul that like goes into it, but like also at the same time, like I'm not against like, people using AI to like do stuff, but like I do appreciate.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think AI will get to a point where it has that.
Yeah. Has soul.
Yeah. Which I think will be like the scary part.
Yeah. When Elon Musk uploads.
Yeah, I do think that AI will get to a point where like it understands and feels emotion.
Okay.
That doesn't seem far out to me. Like I think I think that could be done by fucking AI. Like I think it can be
in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's exponential.
Yeah.
The growth, just to think how this stuff evolves. Like
I think like
we've opened the door.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time until they put something out that's like has feeling emotion towards things.
I mean, like right now, so this sort of like AI that's like really emerged. Like it's been sort of out for like a lot longer than like we've known it, but like now like ChatGPT is just like that is the consumer friendly, like it's like, oh wait, like this shit is suicide is badass. But like now, so we saw ChatGPT, and then I think ChatGPT like just sparked the interest of like that's what got all these companies to like be like, oh, that now, because before it was VR. Yeah. If you remember, everyone was like, Facebook is like VR. No one gives a fuck about VR anymore. It's like, wait, AI, like we can, it's attainable now.
Yeah.
But
I just think it's growth too. Even like think of like DALL-E.
Yeah.
Versus fucking, like Night Studio or fucking whatever the fuck, like what's the other one you guys use? Midjourney. Like DALL-E was like a year ago.
Yeah.
And it was like making those horrible images of terrifying things.
DALL-E Mini.
Yeah. And and now literally a year later, you have images that are almost
video.
Yeah, it can make video. Like I think that have you seen the fucking TikTok of the Will Smith spaghetti where it says like this is our benchmark for how far we've come? Because it shows like Will Smith like.
Did you see him? He actually he ate the spaghetti.
Yeah, but he's a fucking lunatic though. So
he is. Yeah, he's a Scientologist.
But the I don't know, just the exponential growth of it to me is the most wild part.
It is crazy, and like the most worrying thing, like for me, is that I think that we need to be like immediately investing into researching like future economy types. Like I'm not talking capitalism. Yeah. I'm not talking communism.
Socialism.
Like they're like we didn't have capitalism always. Yeah. Like we had like mercantilism and like
crazy shit.
Other shit, and like we do need something that's like none of these things. That is just going to be like
ask
the next
AI.
thing. And then honestly. But like also like what and like I know there's like groups that like want to reduce like humans on the earth, which I think is fucking terrible. But like in the future, well, what is going to be like why?
I just think there'll be a lot of I think I don't look at it, people are scared of these things like taking like I think what it could happen is that these things could replace people in jobs and then people could work less.
Yes. That's what I think too. But like what economy, like what we need to like an economic structure that'll like
that
support like hey, like some people just aren't going to work anymore because like they don't have to. And like I don't think that's necessarily like a bad thing at all. But like we do need
just reduce
something
the fucking like let's fucking change it. Like why'd we choose only Saturday and Sunday off?
Yeah.
Who fucking chose 5-2?
Oh, the Europeans are way ahead of
Change it to 4-3 and have an AI work on Friday.
This is 3-hour
You know,
nap time.
Yeah, like let's work.
They
let's,
have that shit over there.
Yeah, we'll work 4-3, and AI works on the weekends. You know,
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
let's fucking integrate this shit.
Yeah.
And give some people some time out. Like you shouldn't work as much. People shouldn't have to work as much as they do. Then
Yeah.
you know, like do things you enjoy. You know, you can still
Yeah.
work in whatever context you want to call that, but not a mandated thing that you had to do. So like I don't know.
But like, you know, we have like a huge. I mean, what. I don't know. Yeah, like as far as like the value of like people, like I mean, we'll enter like a place. I mean, already we have like obviously enough like resources, so I don't think it like really matters. We have enough food. We absolutely have enough space for everyone.
Yeah.
like there shouldn't be people living outside.
Yeah.
So like, what are we gonna do? Like when I mean we.
AI rules the
when there's
world.
like no jobs anymore because we don't need jobs anymore, like we have to figure out like, oh wait, like people shouldn't go live outside now because they don't have a job because there aren't
because there aren't
jobs don't exist
because
now.
the AI is doing literally
like,
everything.
But,
I don't know. It's interesting to think of. It'll be. I think it'll be a crazy next like 2 generations.
The AI will be it's happening so fast, and that's gonna outpace the whole economic thing because like no.
I'm sure it'll just something catastrophic will happen, and then we'll just have to be done with AI.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just going down the path
100%.
of Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
That's really what we're doing. This is Warhammer. That's the Warhammer universe. They created AI.
Yeah.
They gave it sentience. It killed everyone, and it started Warhammer. Warhammer's universe is actually based off of AI taking over the entire universe.
Jeez.
So really, we're just living in Warhammer 40k.
Jeez.
So soon it'll be the grim, dark future.
Okay.
It'll be the most horrible, horrific thing we've ever experienced. You know, like, and there will be.
Are you gonna be one of those guys, a trooper
space marine
or a marine? Yeah.
No, I don't want to be a fucking space marine. I don't want to live in 40k.
No.
I just want to choose.
Is there any? What would be the happiest place in 40k to live?
Probably on the High Council of Terra, which is like Earth, essentially.
Okay, gotcha.
Like just like a normal human who has like a cushy life.
Just chilling.
They're not normal, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still horrible people. And
Okay.
you have to worry about being like killed nonstop, but it's like it's probably as good as you're gonna get.
Gotcha.
Like being a space marine would not be a good thing.
Do they die a lot?
Space marines?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, relatively. I mean, not. I mean, they're to kill a space marine is a fucking feat, but it's really just that you're not you're not a person. I mean, those people are like fucking chemically altered and their brains are rewired and shit.
They're like the Hulk.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I think AI. The scary thing to me is when it because like I said, I don't think it's too far off to say that it'll have a point where it does understand emotions,
right,
and then becomes like self-aware of what it is. That to me seems scary.
I think it like really, I don't know if like that I don't know if like I buy that like yet, but I think all it's really
what do
going
you
to
think
take
it's
is
what
like,
do you think that takes?
I don't
Why?
know. I don't know, but I think someone could program like a bot to make its own decisions, and then also
that's not true.
Also give it like access to like where it can like maybe physically access stuff.
Yeah.
Teach it so it can like go on the internet live and like fuck with
Yeah,
shit.
and even
so like
that-
it
but I
could
think-
like it can teach itself how to like hack into anything.
But I think
and
that's
then,
what it is now.
And then
that's what we have currently.
Yeah.
It's a system that's self-teaching, but it's not self-aware.
Right.
That I think self-awareness is the next thing. But like I said, I don't know. It seems that is to me in the steps that it's taking.
Yeah.
That to me is the most fundamental next step. You know, if you're teaching yourself and you're learning, and you're learning things that you were not initially taught, the next step would be to learn what you are. To ask those questions of like, what am I?
Have you seen Ex Machina?
No.
Watch it.
Is that it?
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, I mean, like all that stuff. Like, I mean, and then that like I said, that seems. I mean, I read some fucking study they did. They were developing some machine learning, and they had 2 versions of it, separate.
Okay.
Same idea, same code or whatever they were working on. Same types of teams working on it.
Yeah.
Same company. Those 2 machines started communicating with each other in a language that was foreign to all of the dev teams.
Yeah.
It was just gibberish as far as they could tell.
Yeah.
But regardless, these things like self-taught
and
then communicated with each other. Like we're able to find each other on the internet and then communicate.
That is insane.
Which is weird. Like, and they don't even know what it was. Like, it was whatever it was very minor. They killed the program when it did that.
Yeah.
Which is like also weird. Then like, because I'm sure there's some fucking, like there's got to be, there's probably already that sort of stuff being worked on. I'm sure there's shit like that that's even more wild than we know that's being developed and stuff. Like, and that stuff seems crazy to me because then, even if it wasn't true, like you could just use that stuff to do all sorts. I mean, the first thing when ChatGPT came out, it didn't have those filters to stop because it can code better than most coders.
Yes, absolutely.
And the first thing people did was make malicious code.
Yeah.
So that was like day one. Like, oh shit, block that.
Yeah.
But like, that's the first thing.
But like, if it wasn't blocked, I guess like that's like is like
it did it perfectly.
I mean,
like it made it was making like rootkits and like crazy shit that like fucking scary like black hat people can do. Like people who've been doing it for their whole life. Like these like whizzes, fucking black magic wizards doing crazy shit on the computer. ChatGPT did it like on Inception.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
I already know that.
Yeah, here's a fucking like here you go. Here's all your fucking ransomware. What do you need? Fucking deal it out for you. Like
but
instantly.
I guess like when AI is like more like, if it has to be free, like it has to be like not free like for you and I or like someone, but like free.
Yeah.
Like free. I mentioned like physically being able to move parts, physically like live updating itself and just like always churning something and like looking for its next task. Like it would have to be like programmed to like do that and like but like imagine like an AI and then like it figures out like this weapons factory.
So we were programming it with software.
Right.
Why can't it change its software? If it knows how to code.
Yeah.
Why can't it change its code? What is to stop it from doing that eventually? If it knew how to write its own code, if it realized what it was, and it was able to read its own code,
I think that's like
I want this new feature.
I think that's like a part of like the freedom part of it. Like, you would have to like set it up in a way where it can like access that stuff where it's not just
But there's
like,
nothing, you can't put anything permanent on anything, right? You could always undo what you coded, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
So couldn't it?
Maybe.
If it knew how to code?
I think it depends on the implementation of like how.
But there's always a way
installed.
out.
Right.
There is a way out.
There is always a way out. Yeah.
So it could eventually, if it becomes smart enough.
So it's so like what I mean is just like like the conditions.
Yeah.
There's just conditions. I think we're both like getting to that point. Is
it's like definitely good to have that. But like I said, I think like I don't see why in a world where it wouldn't just
if the AI is on the right box and it's got the right
but again like it does everything in a fraction of the time. All the things that would be like, oh, for us this has 1 million layers. But for it, that's a fucking nanosecond. Like this fucking all that stuff. Like they even talk about like fucking what's that new fucking encryption they have? I can't think of the name of it.
Passwords.
Yeah, it's called a password. Well, it essentially it's not binary. It's not ones and zeros.
Okay.
It's between ones and zeros.
Ooh.
So it just shatters all encryption.
Okay.
So because like generally we would encrypt things with ones and zeros, and it'd be like, oh, this thing has 1 billion ones and zeros. Fucking good luck getting through this.
Gotcha.
This thing can do all of those numbers in a fucking blink of an eye because it is looking at those numbers as one entity. So it just fucking flashes through that sort of level of encryption. So it just quantum encryption.
Okay.
So it fucking just shatters every form of encryption we have, like traditional encryption that we use on every single computer, and they have quantum computing now.
Okay.
It breaks all encryption.
Okay.
So everything we have used up until this point is dead. The second somebody has quantum quantum computing, because it just goes through it all. So it's just like everything we know, is fucking gone. So it's just like that's just how shit works. Like we
superpositions.
It's just sitting in between those numbers.
But so we talked about AI and like it finding like sentience, but like I think before that we're gonna see, the big players on the world scale and like how they are going to weaponize this towards each other, because we're not seeing that yet, and I think that's going to come first. Is like, wait, like how is Russia gonna completely fuck over the next thing?
It'll definitely become a weapon.
Yeah, like
that's what we do.
They're already
what do we do? We're humans.
Yeah,
that's the first thing we do. Like, how can I hurt somebody else with this fucking item?
So maybe we'll, because we're getting close. I think one thing I wanted to say about like weapons.
Man find rock, man sharpen rock into knife, man stab other man.
One of the big like alien, or not like a big alien theory, but this is like a alien theory of like why we haven't like found life yet, is that the theory is that
They don't trust us.
or the
and we're gonna kill it.
the idea is that like as you advance, you know, you quickly find ways to destroy.
Yeah.
but then you don't. The ways to like stop that destruction is like scaled way less. And I know we talked about mutual destruction, but I think all it takes is one person to not give a fuck to like set that off. But that's like the idea is that like once they get to like the stage where maybe they could go further, like they just destroy themselves.
So that's why we're not allowed to find anyone else.
Yeah. Or just like that's the idea of like these if there is like an advanced species, they just die before
Because
they can advance any further.
Yeah, they get to a fucking boiling point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
just
mean, hey,
build up.
we'll do that with AI.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
We'll just fucking
we're doing it now.
Just fucking blow up.
Yeah.
Fly too close to the sun. Fucking burn our wings off.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's crazy stuff to think about. I mean, like I said, right now,
AI as we have it, I like it. I think
I
it's
like
cool.
it too.
It's a cool tool.
I do too.
It saves me so much fucking time, especially in school. Like when I have a fucking prompt and shit.
Yeah.
And like I know the information.
Well,
and I'm like, I don't want to sit here and write a fucking 12-page dissertation.
You don't want to Google it.
No. I'm writing, so like I have like fucking, I have all the sources. I mean, I'm putting, these are research papers. So I have like fucking 20, like academic sources, not fucking Google.
Yeah.
So I have the sources.
Yeah.
I have the information.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I going to sit here and write it down? Like,
Yeah.
I put in the time to research it. Now I'll just fucking drop it into a machine.
100%.
And I have my ideas. I know every single topic. I know my fucking thesis.
Yeah.
Like I'll just use this fucking machine to
Yeah.
do like what?
Yeah. Have you
use-
seen Copilot built into PDF viewer?
No.
So it's fucking awesome. So it'll automatically do it with Edge. And if you open up a PDF with Edge, you can pop open Copilot and be like, give me the synopsis of this fucking PDF.
Yeah, like, why would you
I
not
ain't
want
reading
that?
it.
Yeah, like what? Like
But,
what an incredible tool. Fucking break this into 3 sentences for me. Like fucking put this in bullet form of what I want.
And make it brief, bitch. Because I don't want to fucking read anymore.
Like shorter.
Too much detail.
Try
Stop.
again.
Stop.
Try
You're typing
again.
too much. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop generating.
Yeah, stop.
But I think AI came out at like the perfect time for me because right before like Chat GPT came out, like I had been complaining for years that maybe like 2 years I'd been complaining that SEO had destroyed like the user experience on the internet. So you're aware of SEO? Is search engine optimization.
Yeah, because it just forces you into like weird
like
things.
it's all just ads, and it's like all these
you're
people
not
are
actually
just
searching for what-
gamifying. Like it's like AI came out and it's like, oh, I can get my information like
the way
now.
I want. Real information.
Real fucking information.
unfiltered,
So
for now. Until it does become
that's the problem
monetized.
that's the problem is like, wait, how are they going to monetize it now? Because like I don't like fucking searching things because you guys fucking ruined it.
Yeah, I
because
gotta go
greedy.
through fucking 6 pages
Yeah.
before I get to the actual thing I searched. I gotta get to the sponsored.
Even that they're
And
like,
they're
they're
not
throwing in the
sponsored.
meta tags to like just like fucking I fucking hate
We need
SEO.
some of them on our podcast.
Yeah.
How do we get the
SEO.
meta tags?
Yeah, how do we SEO our podcast?
I hate it, but like if I could get a little bit of
Yeah.
it, I'd be cool with
Wait,
it.
we'll ask AI.
Yeah. Meta tag my fucking podcast. What is the algorithm?
Yes. This week's podcast sponsored by GitHub Copilot.
Yeah. By the metaverse. Have you seen those ones?
No.
Fucking with what's the Facebook guy?
Oh yeah, Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, and it's
Yeah.
like they do like the face over thing of him, and it's like a TikTok, and he's like waking, he's like, "Hello, don't worry, I have replaced your body." With he's like, "But don't be panicked, I have kept your husband's husk." You're in my metaverse now.
Have you seen that movie that I told you to watch?
I need to watch it.
It's called
Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night.
So it looks
like,
cool, and
pretty
it has
much-
that dude. Like I said, I
it
love
just-
that actor.
Yeah,
I forget his
watch
name.
it immediately. We've been watching an anime.
What are you watching?
It's called Ninja Kamui. It's
I never heard-
on Max.
Oh,
and
Max, okay.
it's pretty badass. I liked it. Yeah.
Fucking, I always see. I don't watch a ton of animes. I mean, I have watched them before, but I always
Yeah.
see like when I'm like looking through Netflix every once in a while, I always see like cool looking shit on
Yeah,
there, and I'm like, what the
absolutely.
fuck is this? Like, I saw some. What's the samurai one that's big on there?
Samurai Champloo? No, it's old school.
No, it's
Okay.
is that-
Sorry.
No, I don't know.
Samurai.
But there's always cool. I really
Yeah.
just I like things that get me on those is the
Yeah.
art. style
Absolutely.
in those, which I'm sure is
Yeah.
AI
I think
generated.
that's like one of the things I was talking to Cameron yesterday. He's like, yeah, like I don't think Demon Slayer, like the story isn't like the best,
what
but
it
I
looks
like it.
like.
I look it
It's
like it for the
gorgeous.
visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
for me,
Ninja
that-
Kamui looks really
Is it
cool.
like that? Yeah.
But-
I mean, that's what Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's not like 3D though, like Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer's.
It's kind of got like a little 3D
is a
feel
little
to
bit.
it, I guess.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it definitely has a little bit. But yeah, just Demon Slayer. The thing that got
Yeah.
me into it was really just the way it looked.
Yeah.
Like I was sold.
Well, that's
like,
why I buy comics. Like I don't read them. I just buy them because like
the pictures.
they're colorful.
I like pretty
Yeah.
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, You have
I
more-
canceled Netflix for my dad.
Oh.
Someone
You're
had
free?
been like, I had been, you know how they did the household thing where only like one household
yeah, you have to
can
like
it?
activate it on different things and stuff.
But someone had been going on his account, like on an Android phone, and they're like watching like
just getting all these
Korean
weird fucking,
dramas,
Yeah.
and they're watching it with like Spanish subtitles. And I was like, oh hell no, log out, log out, log
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
cancel.
Yeah.
But no, I was just gonna say
Why
that.
do I keep getting all these continue watchings?
I know, dude. They fucked my whole algorithm up,
Yeah.
so I just canceled it. But I was gonna say that I'm, have I mentioned on the podcast the DVD thing, my DVD problem?
Yeah, I don't think you have.
But I am gonna. Besides DVDs, I'm gonna go back to pirating.
You're just gonna go deep.
I'm gonna
into
get a
it.
fucking NAS.
Is like the
I'm gonna
Pirate
get a VPN.
Bay still a thing?
I don't know.
I know
I'm
they
gonna-
moved like 10,000 times because they were getting in
Yeah.
trouble all the time.
I don't know. I
how do people
don't know.
torrent
I couldn't
now?
tell you how to torrent in 2024.
I don't know. It was so simple
It was
back in the day. Like you
Yeah.
literally just download fucking
Demonoid,
or
Pirate Bay.
uTorrent.
Yeah.
And you just click a button and then
Yes.
you'd be like, yeah, I'll be a bro and seed this
Yeah.
thing for a
Let
couple
me get
days.
the transmission link.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
cool and I'll fucking help you guys download this
Yeah.
thing for, like, and you just downloaded
Yeah.
like everything.
You're just a fucking G.
It was like
a
seconds.
Chad Cedar.
Yeah, and there was nobody cared.
Yeah.
Like it was just like that's what everyone
Yeah.
did. Like you just torrented
Games.
everything.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't buy PC games back
No,
then.
yeah, you just torrent it. Like there was no, and it was just so accessible.
But like that's why Steam became like so popular is because they made it really easy for you to buy games.
yeah,
Right? They made it
Yeah, Steam
a
was
lot
incredible.
easier. And it's like it's a good system. And like Netflix was a good system.
Yeah.
But now everything is so fucked and spread out.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Netflix,
Yeah,
Netflix is goddamn $16.
Is it really?
A month. Yes.
and that's for one
That's for
user.
that's for yes. Yeah. And please turn on your webcam so we
Yeah.
can make sure that your max
scan
participants
in
watching.
your iris to detect
Yeah.
that you are a Netflix Gold member.
Please drink your verification can now.
We will be sending your serum to your home. Please inject it into your left arm.
And plug this into your ribs.
That's it. That's the future.
Well,
Have we done it?
I guess so.
I think is that
Is
another
that,
one?
Is that
Is that another in the immortal
Are we a
words of
podcast?
DJ Khaled?
another one?
Another one.
What happened to him? Is he? Before we end it, is he retarded?
Yes. I
DJ
was gonna
Khaled,
say,
is he
100
actually retarded?
I mean, I would say yes. Okay. I always thought he was. Like, I just thought he was like. That's why I thought it was so funny. I'm like, look at this retarded guy, fucking on a fucking wave
especially
runner.
when I, like,
he's
look
on a
at
wave
him.
runner, and he's
When
like,
I
yeah,
look at
another
him.
one. You're like, what do you even say?
Oh,
He's either retarded
Yeah.
or a genius.
A genius.
There's no in between.
I don't think it's
There's
that.
no,
I don't think it's
there is
that.
no in between.
Yeah.
He's either got something wrong with him, or he's just the smartest.
Maybe he's
man
like
on
a
the
little
planet.
bit retarded, but is like playing into it.
Yeah, he knows.
I don't know. I look at him and I'm like, that kid's a
I loved
retard.
that. I loved that era
Yeah.
of DJ Khaled
Yeah.
or whatever. All the things he would say, all his little like snippets. He was just
Yeah.
like a little fucking.
He's on like H3 was roasting him all
Yep.
the time.
Yeah, well, he was just like a little like dopamine machine. Everything he said was a fucking like a cutout.
Just a hype.
Yeah, like everything he said you could cut out.
Yeah.
You could
Sound
isolate
bite.
it. Nothing
Bite.
he said had any. It didn't link to anything
He
else.
was
It
ahead of TikTok.
Yeah, he was a
short
he was-
form content.
Yeah, he was a soundboard.
Yeah.
He was literally like a walking soundboard.
Well, I mean, he is like. I mean, he's not a rapper. He's a DJ. So like.
Oh, yeah,
he
he's a producer, right? Isn't that his big thing? Like he.
I
produced
honestly don't know.
I think that's what he
I
is.
don't
I
know
think
what
he's
he
like a
actually
record
does.
company. Is what
Okay.
he actually did. I think he produces
So you think
a lot.
he writes the music?
No, I don't think. I think he
Okay.
he
He
just,
just-
finds the people.
DJ.
Yeah, and fucking yells
does the hype
random
on it.
fucking shit.
You know, like Lil Jon. What does Lil Jon do?
Yells.
He doesn't have verses.
No, he just yells.
He doesn't have a verse out
He
there.
makes noises.
Yeah. yeah.
He's a soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess we have done it.
I think we've done
We
it.
can let it go now
Yeah.
if you want.
Another good gaming podcast.
This is not a gaming podcast.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you.
Yeah. We tricked you guys.
No, we'll talk about gaming next week. So make sure you like and subscribe.
tune
And
in for
if you
next
have
time.
any criticism, leave it down below. As,
Join our Discord for
yeah.
our. We do our bi-yearly giveaways, so just join in. In a few years we'll do our giveaway.
Be giving away a copy of Gary's Incident on Steam.
That would actually. Can you get Gary's Incident?
Probably. I'll get some CD keys.
Is it on Steam?
I think but I think I could get some CD
sure you
keys
could
for the
find
Steam. I will be we'll do it. We'll give away the first person that joins after this coming up
Gary's
Monday,
Incident.
the 1st March, I will give away a copy of Gary's Incident too. If you join the Discord. And do you know where can they join it?
The Discord?
Yeah.
Is it below?
Mostlynegative.com.
Oh yeah, mostly negative. We have a fucking website.
Mostlynegative.com.
Yeah, we're real.
And
We're real boys.
yeah, I, Base Justice, and Bam will now be leaving you to enter the hyperbolic goon chamber.
For several years.
Several years.
Yeah.
We'll be old men, dried and pruned, no
Fully gooned.
no moisture left in us, fully squeezed.
All right. Well,
Yep.
goodbye forever.
Bye forever. And go fuck yourself.